Well, welcome everyone. We are so excited to have such a nice turnout and such a diverse group and such delicious food and drink. So my name is Jenny Mish. I am the Executive Director of the Sustainable Business Council, and we're excited to be experimenting with different ways of offering community events that are helpful in terms of educating the community about different sustainable practices. And this summer in particular, we're doing a 4-month campaign to promote eating locally and promoting our local food system. We have a 10% we have a number of different events coming up that I'll be telling you about. But we also have a 10% buy local food pledge campaign where you can go to our website at missoulabuyslocal.com and pledge to spend 10% of your food budget this summer on local food to help support the development of a local food system where we can support our farmers and our food producers and our food businesses so that we can have a local food system instead of having to import things and use all that carbon and travel. And there's lots of, I could talk for a long time about the reasons that it's a good idea to support local food. But tonight we have other topics on the agenda. So I will just let you know that this event is one of our monthly events as part of that series. Our next monthly event as part of the series will be at the Roxy Theater on August 27th, which will be a series of short films about food and local food, and there'll be winners of a food film contest called the Real Food Media Contest. If you know the name Anna LePay, it's an organization that she helped to start. So we'll have local food there. And so if you come to see our films on August 27th, you'll get local food from River Song Gourmet and Bugani's Sausages. In September, we're doing a finale feast for our food campaign, and it's going to be at the 10 Spoon Winery. It's going to be catered by Silk Road, and we've got beef from Mannix Brothers, and we've got ice cream from Sweet Peaks, and we've got Dixon melons, and we've got lots of local produce, and we've got, so and we're going to have a silent auction, and we're going to have the entertainment, and it's just going to be a magnificent night. So keep your eyes open for information about that. Coming up sooner, during the month of August, we get to be the Liquid Planet nonprofit of the month. So we've got a special drink that throughout the month of August we'll get a portion of sales of, what's the name of our special drink?
It's the ginger honeybee.
It's the SBC ginger honeybee. It's a sparkling drink with ginger pear, and so it will with local honey. And so we encourage you to stop by on First Friday. We'll have a Sustain-A-Bee flying around. And then throughout the month of August, the SBC Ginger Honeybee. And then August 9th, we'll be at the Western Montana Fair in the commercial building. So that's some of what we're up to for the next couple months. But back to tonight. It is just totally my pleasure to be bringing awareness to the Sunrise Coffee Shop and Moonlight Kitchens, where we are here, that are still in development and will be launching in the next couple of months, and will be really a contributing part of our local food system, our local food business supply chain that helps to produce more local food and encourage people to start local food businesses. And this I'm going to let Ann talk about it in a minute, but first I want to say that I'm also just totally thrilled to have Meadow Sweet Herbs here tonight. I hope you all have taken time to look at the display, and of course we're going to get more information soon. So we thank Meadow Sweet Herbs for sponsoring tonight, as well as presenting tonight. And we also thank all of our sponsors of the campaign throughout the summer. So we're appreciative. We're so lucky that we have, for example, this food from Orange Street Food Farm, and the wine from Ten Spoon, and like we have all these local businesses that are helping to support these events, and that we all can appreciate and take part in as members of our community, and support them so that they can thrive and help our economy be strong. We are going to be having sustainability awards again that will be awarded at our finale dinner, and oh, you really can't see that. There's an event. Oh, so there's some flyers out front about this event that's coming up. That's one of our new board members is organizing an event. It's a couple of days with some of the high-powered business leaders who really made Patagonia and Nike really successful brands. So these are like the HR leader that really built the Patagonia team, and the brand manager that really built the Patagonia brand. And so there's some really dynamite business leaders, if you're interested in that kind of thing, who are coming. And it's on the next slide, I think. So I'm almost done with announcements, but I just wanted to make sure you feel the excitement about all these different aspects of what we're doing, and make sure you get to think about the things that you're drawn to participate in, and we thank you for coming tonight. So, I will turn off the slides. Okay, so that says building a brand, people and culture, storytelling, and brand architecture. So that's what it is, and there's a flyer out there, and you can sign up online if you're interested. That's a member event. We don't usually do a lot of promoting of member events, but it's going to be a really important sustainable business resource event. Okay, so now it is my pleasure to introduce Ann Little, who is our hostess tonight here at the Moonlight Kitchens, and she's going to just tell us a little bit about the history of this project and where it's going, and then we'll introduce the cooking with herbs. Oh, I need to give you the microphone, and then I'll turn off the...
Hi, thank you very much for coming. You are sitting about where our convection ovens are going to be, and you're sitting about where the 6-burner stove is going to be, and you in the back are sitting where the dishwasher is going to be, and you're in the 3-bin sink. So welcome to Moonlight Kitchens. We are putting together a small coffee shop and 2 commercial kitchens with the intention of getting local food to local people. And this used to be an electrician's shop. It got turned into some apartments, and we're going to redo the whole bottom area so we have the space that we need. And the whole focus is on community. There's nothing around here for blocks in the way of even a little grocery store. So we've gotten a great response from the community. We handed out 100 surveys. We got about 20 of them back. They all listen to country music. You know, they drink Folgers coffee, but we're one of the things we're trying to do is have a lot of cooking classes, educational events. So when somebody looks in their CSA, they go, there's nothing in there I can eat, because they don't know how to cook. So we're going to have basic cooking classes where this is a teaspoon, this is a measuring cup, we're going to boil some water. You know, easy things, not the good food store, 1850s Moroccan cooking. You know, we're going to have the simple stuff. So look forward to that. We also are going to have a small coffee shop, which again is going to be a community center type thing. We've got bulletin boards and outreach to the community. And if you'd like more information about what the kitchens are going to have, if you know people who need a commercial kitchen, we're focusing on food trucks, small manufacturers, and catering. And also people who want to come in with a group of friends and can tomatoes. So lots of opportunity there. So thank you very much. If you are interested in what the coffee shop is going to look like, this is an artist sketch, and then I've got a little map of how this is going to get broken up and where things are going to go. So talk to me afterwards if you have more questions. So let's thank Anne for having us.
Thank you. Thank you, thank you. Great. So I don't know how many of you are familiar with watching data about climate change, but one of the reasons to have a vibrant local food system is because as the climate changes, the agricultural industry is one of the most exposed and at risk throughout the world, and certainly in our country as well. So the more we invest in having these resources, the more resilience we have in our community. So that's one of many reasons. Another reason is because it's we get to learn more about our local ecosystem and what grows in our area and our climate and our flora and fauna, and we get to eat really delicious food, and it gets to be healthy for our bodies. So it's my pleasure now to introduce Karie Westwood, who's from Meadow Sweet Herbs, who's going to begin the discussion about cooking with herbs for health and taste and all kinds of reasons. You want me to hold it for you?
No, I'd rather not have it at all.
Well,
okay.
we actually are going to be broadcast
All right.
on MCAT,
Okay.
so we'd like to get...
All the more reason I don't want
I'll
to.
stand here and hold it for
That's
you if you
okay.
like. Okay.
You can hold my hand.
You want me to hold it?
I have been nervous all day about this, so I do have some notes, so I apologize if it looks like I'm reading, but it keeps me from freaking out. Thank you guys for coming tonight. This is our first event like this. As Jenny said, it's kind of a first for you guys too, isn't it? And the other problem, the reason I have my notes too, is because I could ramble on for days about what I'm talking about. But I'm Karie Westwood, and I recently bought Meadow Sweet Herbs on November 15th of last year, so it's been about 8 months. I bought it from Elaine Chef and John Goyevich. John and Elaine spent 18 years building Meadow Sweet and educating Missoula, the surrounding area about the safe and effective use of herbs to enhance our health. They're now teaching full-time at Green Path Herb School, which they created, and have entrusted me with the Meadow Sweet Herbs to continue an ancient tradition of health through the use of herbs. Luckily, they also provided me with 2 really great employees. Amy, who cooked some of the goodies, and she's usually responsible for a lot of our goodies when we have events at Meadow Sweet. And Kelly, who helps manage the store, especially when I'm out traveling around. And she's also an herbalist, and she'll talk more about that later. We continue to bring you quality, organic, and wild-crafted herbs, as well as many other edible and healthy products and tea blends. And Amy would be happy to talk to you about some of her recipes and how she uses the herbs in that, and what she made tonight and how it came about. But today I'd like to introduce you to the world of essential oils and how they can be used in cooking. A lot of people know about aromatherapy. They know about using the herbs or the essential oils for healing or health, that sort of thing. But they're really a great way to spice up your cooking a little bit. And it's real easy. Just a few drops of an essential oil in a batch of salsa will change the whole flavor. So what I did is I bottled up a bunch of samples, and you're only allowed to take one because I don't have enough for each of you, but there's a variety, and I'm going to talk about each of those, and then you can decide which one you want. Cilantro essential oil can be used, of course, in Mexican cooking. It's great for salsas. It's great for any kind of guacamole, your enchiladas. But the healing properties of cilantro may be great. It's great for indigestion and has added benefits of being an antioxidant that helps control free radicals, as well as helping to leach heavy metals from the human body. So if you're using it in your food and you're getting it often enough, you're not going to have a buildup. I had the unfortunate problem of having arsenic poisoning And I can tell you about that separately because that's a long story. But so getting those toxins out of our system before they build up and start to break down the systems. Cinnamon is also an excellent oil to use on your desserts, your French toast recipe, or your smoothie in the morning. Again, only a few drops should be used since cinnamon is both an emotional and a physical stimulant. Its benefits can be enjoyed in a number of ways. It can be diffused, it can be used in a bath oil, which is invigorating and uplifting. It's also a physical stimulant in that it can be mixed with a carrier oil to help sore and painful muscles and joints. Some people say that if you take a few drops of cinnamon oil, put it in a cup of warm water with a little bit of sweetener, honey or something, and just sip on that will help cool your digestive system down and calm it. And I've also heard that cinnamon's really great to help with diabetes, bringing blood sugar, as well as high blood pressure. I am a nurse by profession, I should mention that, so I throw in a lot of medical stuff, and if you want more information on that, I'm happy to give that to you. Then there is black pepper. A few drops in a salad dressing or dip produces the distinct flavor without leaving the black specks between your teeth. Black pepper essential oil is very effective in aiding the digestive system by stimulating salivary glands. And when you smell some of these oils, you'll immediately feel that salivary gland go off because our sense of smell is so strong. At the same time, it neutralizes the formation of gas in the intestinal system while helping to cleanse your body of arthritis and other muscles and joint discomforts. Basil is a great spice for any tomato-based dishes, pizza sauce, spaghetti, pesto, salad dressings, and dip. It's great to help with migraines to bug bites. It's one of those universal herbs that, when in doubt, try basil. It's in the lemonade that's out there. It adds a really nice, lovely flavor, not what you would expect from basil. Next is oregano. The powerful herb and tasty oil can, again, like basil, be used in tomato-based sauces, Italian cooking and dressings, and other delicious sauces and savory dips. Oregano is also powerful because of its strong antibacterial, antiseptic, and antiviral properties. A lot of people will gargle with it when they start to get a sore throat. My brother told me on the phone the other night that he's tried everything for his gout, and he started putting a few drops of oil in a capsule and takes that internally. The capsule gets it down into the digestive system. And gout is a buildup of acid in your joints and causes a lot of inflammation and pain. And so, I heard you. And he's tried prescription drug, he's tried a lot of salves and balms and natural things, and he said the oregano was the only thing that has ever worked for him. And of course, there are all the citrus oils, orange, lemon, tangerine, grapefruit, lime, and many more that all have distinct flavors and health benefits. Add a few drops of oil to your French toast batter for a distinct and delicious flavor. Also, cakes and pastries will benefit from a single drop of oil in the batter. Wild orange is an antibacterial and antidepressant. Properties make it one of the most powerful and aromatic oils to use. It is excellent for disinfecting and killing fungus and pathogens while relieving stress. And you can spray it on that person next to you on the airplane, and usually they don't mind too much. Ginger is another great essential oil that can be used to aid digestion and improve the flavor of your food. Ginger is warming and stimulating. Has been used for nausea due to morning sickness, motion sickness, chemo, and general anesthesia. Ginger's anti-inflammatory properties help some varieties of migraines and arthritis, and some use it to help with high cholesterol. Also an expectorant, and that's to bring up the phlegm when you're having a cough or cold, clear out the lungs, and lessens the effects of viral flu on onset. There are so many oils and so little time. I have touched on just a few, but you're welcome to try a sample. So Amy, if you don't mind just passing the basket around, and you're all welcome to take one. And Stephanie, you and Jenny should definitely indulge too. So if you have more questions and you're really interested in the essential oils, we have a whole what we call blending bar, so you can make your own lotions and oils and things like that from the essential oils that we have. Yeah.
So are these, I saw you had doTERRA out there. Are these doTERRA, or are these mix of whatever?
Most of them are doTERRA. A few of them I was out of in the doTERRA department.
I was just wondering
But they're all
essential oils you can put into food, I guess, is my question.
You want to make sure you have a high quality essential oil before you ingest it, and they all are. All the ones we carry are ones that I feel comfortable with that.
Okay. What's doTERRA?
doTERRA is a brand of oil, and yeah, we have a lot of information, so you can ask us about that later. And now I'll introduce Kelly, who is, again, the manager at Meadowsweet and Mountain Dragon Herbs. She's a manager, oh, I already said that, and has her own herbal practice. She is an accomplished herbalist and has studied Chinese herbalism and Ayurvedic medicine. So she's going to tell you the rest of the story. Oh, guess I better give up the microphone. I didn't even notice
There
it.
you go. So I got so comfortable with it. And stay tuned. We'll have a door prize at the end in addition to these goodies as well. Hello, Kelly. Sure, I put this on me. Yeah. Stick it in my pocket. Hook it. There you go. Hello. I guess I'll just hold this. Sure. Well, I'll need them. So I guess I'll just hold this. So my name is Kelly Needs, and there was a little bit of name confusion, but my business's name is Mountain Dragon Herbs.
She just said
And
that.
I decided it doesn't matter. It'll help you remember my business name even more. So I have business cards in this basket. I was asked to explain a little bit about my practice and how I got to be at Meadowsweet. I'll try to make it short. Let's see, I went to a school called the East-West School of Herbology, which is with Michael and Leslie Tierra, and they're in California. Ben Lomond, which is north of Santa Cruz, and they are really great for bringing Chinese medicine to the West. And not only do they teach Chinese medicine, but they also incorporate Western and native herbs in their practice and encourage us as herbalists and graduates to do that also. I graduated from that school in 2010. At the time, I was living in Yaak, Montana, which is where I moved from about a year ago to Missoula. And Yaak, Montana is a wild crafter's paradise, so I'm missing that quite a bit. But I opened a herb clinic in Bonners Ferry for about 3 years, and my husband owns a yurt business, which we also moved here, Shelter Design. So it was kind of a big move between our two businesses. We have 3 boys, yada, yada, yada. So here we are. I landed at Meadowsweet, and I'm really happy to be working there, not only because I get to use what I've been training for the last 13 years, but also I just really enjoy plants and helping people to feel better. This project, so when this talk came up, I was trying to think how to contribute, and I came up with the idea of making these teas, 3 separate teas, and it was really fun for me. So I'll explain each tea, and these are samples for all of you. You have to maybe think which one sounds the best. We do plan on selling these at Meadowsweet. This was kind of an excuse to make these just for this event, so it's kind of a special release of teas. Thank you.
And I just also will mention, I'm going to be talking about spices and herbs. I did write an article in this magazine, which you may recognize. And there's also a Meadowsweet coupon. I think it's 20% off in here. You should check it out. We have these at the table. But the title of the article is Why Do We Use Spices? And it's just a kind of a wondering of mine. Did we ingest them and realize that they had effects on the body that were beneficial? A lot of them have amazing effects on the body. A lot of them are digestive herbs. Was that the impetus to start including them, with our meals, or did we like the taste? It's hard to imagine exactly how that all started. I think it was both, but this article is about that, a little bit of the history of herbs. So the first one that I made is called a digestive aperitif. Does everyone know what an aperitif is? Something that, it's usually alcoholic, definitely a tradition in the old world of drinking something that is bitter. It's usually herbs extracted in alcohol to stimulate digestion. So this is obviously non-alcoholic, but the same idea. There's a couple bitter herbs in here, barberry and gentian, which are two of the most bitter herbs. But they are used in a small amount with some other digestive herbs to stimulate the release of bile and digestive enzymes into the digestive tract. So part of the slow food movement, the fun of cooking and smelling your food before you actually eat, is that you get saliva flowing, like Karie was talking about with black pepper. You get the digestive system primed for digestion and therefore have better assimilation of food. It's kind of the opposite of what happens nowadays, which is you're driving in your car, you're late, you're talking on the phone, and you're eating your breakfast at the same time, and your body does not have time to realize what's happening. It's busy talking and driving. And the chance of digestive enzymes and bile being ready to receive food is quite a bit less. So in the culinary sense, I thought, I don't know how many of you are foodies, I know I am. This is used, and you would serve this at an event or even at a party or at your home or for yourself before a meal. This is intended to be drank before a meal to stimulate digestion. So offering tea to your guests before a meal is a great thing to do, but some people don't want to drink wine or black tea or water or juice. It's nice to have a variety, and this does have a medicinal action. So the next one that I made is Cool the Palate, which is kind of a foodie term, palate. So these are all cooling herbs. They're soothing, tend to be mucilaginous. And you can check out the ingredients maybe when I pass them around, but this really does soothe the palate. We've been drinking it at the store, and with the smoke going on, people have been coming in and just finding relief to their respiratory and digestive tracts from all the smoke. But use-wise, you could use this after a spicy meal to kind of cool things down. You also could use it between courses to cleanse the palate. It's a mild taste, but it has a pretty soothing effect. And the last one is somewhere. So the last one is a digestive tea. This one could be used in a lot of different ways, but I intended it to be after a meal. And these are all herbs that not only stimulate digestion, but help dispel gas and bloating, a lot of the common heavy meal symptoms that you might get when you go out eating a heavy meal. A lot of these lower blood pressure, lower cholesterol, and again, dispel gas. So I intended this to be served after meals. So think about which one you might want to try. And like I said, we're going to have these.
What was the third one name?
The last one?
Yes.
I just called it digestive tea.
Okay.
And if you want, there's some instructions here on this page. You can make these like you normally do with tea, which is just like a pinch. I use all fingers, a pinch for a cup of water. But if you really did have digestive issues that one of these is going to help you with, let's say inability to digest fats and sluggish digestion, and you want the digestive aperitif, you can follow the medicinal tea instructions and make a strong tea that will actually have the increased digestion. Same with the cool the palate, you can make that stronger than just like a tea for pleasure and get soothing, inflammation soothing herbs. We actually often recommend the herbs that are in here for digestive inflammation, irritable bowel, Crohn's. That's the cool the palate one, and the digestive tea, you know, chronic bloating and indigestion would be what you'd want to use that for. So hopefully we got enough for everyone. And does anyone have any questions? Well, I must have explained it really well. Okay.
And we have samples out at the table, so if you want to try any of them and you haven't had a chance yet.
Yeah, and yeah, come into the store.
Yeah, come in the store. Sorry about the confusion in your name, and that was a wonderful presentation. Thank you for the gifts from both of you. Wasn't expecting that, but it was a nice treat. I wanted to, we also have a gift that we're going to give as a door prize to somebody who came. We have a gift card that you can choose. So we probably have your I'm going to draw it, and actually I'm going to ask, will you pull a number here, and whoever gets the winning number, I'll read it out. Pull out your little blue coupon, and if you have 4823691, you got it. It's yours. You knew it was yours. So fantastic. We have a gift card either to Cafe Dolce or to Isa. Which
Cafe Dolce or Isa? Isa, the Asian restaurant.
She's going for Cafe Dolce. So congratulations to our winner. So I also wanted to just, encourage everybody to take time to look at the materials that about herbs that have been brought by Meadowsweet, and there's quite a bit of information there. Feel free to hang around and talk with Anne about the kitchen here, and also would like to encourage you to sign up to join our email list or to become members of the SBC. In the past, the SBC membership has mostly been for businesses, and now we're also inviting individuals to join as members, so we'd love to have your membership and have you support us to do more education and events and activities in the community. So what else did I forget? Did I forget anything else? Seems like thanks to MCAT. So this program will be aired on MCAT, and Missoula Community Access Television. We really thank them for making our programs available to a wider audience on a regular basis. So thanks to MCAT, yeah. Thanks to Ron for coming. Thanks, everyone. Have a great night. We have lots of extra food. So if you would like to take some food home with you, load up a plate, please.